Hey, thanks for joining us. This is the PartyBlimp Presents podcast. I'm your host, Parson Brown. My co-host today is going to be my friend Orange. He's a bird. He's got a good heart. And we're going to be having a conversation with my good friends Annalyse McCoy and Ryan Dunn. Absolutely incredibly talented musicians who are sharing positivity through this hard time. They're going to share some of their music with us. We're going to talk about what it means to be an entertainer in a world that has now been transformed into social distancing. Now, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell because we want to hear from you. I guess we're just going to get right into it.
Can you hear me just fine?
Oh, Orange.
Hi.
I'm so glad you're here.
Thanks.
Yeah, well, I want to introduce you to my friends, Annalyse McCoy and her husband, Ryan Dunn.
Hi there.
They are awesome musicians.
Really?
Yeah, and they're activists, and they are great folks. And we're all kind of, like, what is it called? You were talking about it earlier.
What?
The situation we're in.
Oh, yeah, not being around each other.
Yeah, because there's a virus.
Yeah, the social isting.
No, I don't think that's what it's called.
Okay. What is it called?
It's called the coronavirus.
Oh, yeah, it sounds terrible.
Yeah. Well, anyway, our friends are here to talk with us because they are in New York State.
Whoa.
And everybody's...
Me and Swit flew that way one time.
Yeah, but
then he got arrested.
He flaps around
that's
too much.
That's a different story.
Yeah.
Oh, man. How is it out there?
Well, oh, man. Well, we've spent most of our time in our house at this point for many days. But we live north of New York City. So we used to live in New York City for several years, but we moved a little bit north, and now it's, we're able to kind of go on little hikes and things like that and still maintain the whole social distancing thing. But we do have several friends still in New York City.
And there's a lot of people in our county and all the counties around us and in New York State in general. So it's every day it's kind of, you have to remind yourself that you're in it and that you're doing it because it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Well, and you guys are, or at least Annalyse, like you are originally from Kentucky, right? You guys are Appalachians, I believe.
I'm originally from Eastern Kentucky. Ryan actually grew up on the shore of New Jersey, so he's a beach boy.
Oh, I see how you guys, how you came together. That's awesome. But yeah, so like, have you talked with your family in Kentucky? Like, how is it going out there?
Oh yeah, my parents are both retired school teachers, so they're spending a lot of time at home. I love watching Andy Beshear, the new, the governor, talk. He reminds me.
He's become very popular.
He's just so great. I think that, in a time like this, when you are a leader who can just handle the pressure and just try to keep everyone calm and also be compassionate, I think that it just raises you above the rest.
Absolutely.
And I think that Andy Beshear has been really great at that. I mean, I'm loving how Cuomo has been handling the folks.
They're both actually trending. Orange,
yes.
you know about Twitter, right?
Yeah. Twit doesn't like Twitter, but yeah.
No, well, that's because it's a long story.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah, it's crazy how, in these situations, right, you start seeing the real side of people. One of the things that Cuomo's been doing so great is he just talks about his family. He makes it so personal and so
well. His own brother has been diagnosed with the coronavirus, which we wish him well.
Whether you love what he's done for the past X amount of years or what he hasn't, like in the moment that we're in right now, there's a really strong line being drawn where you see people who are being compassionate and understanding and are part of it and people who aren't.
I think that's really important. A friend of mine said the other day that, consider this a test of humanity. And I think there's that really rang true to me. It was like, okay, yeah, people show their true colors when we're in a situation like this, and I have loved seeing so many like positive, people that are outreaching like you guys, like sharing your music. We've been here like holed up together,
we
just
play a
trying
little
to
music too. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
We're in a band.
Yeah, he's got
I'm not
a little bit
plugging
of
anything.
talent,
I'm
but
just saying, check us out.
he's not. I mean, they're actually really good.
Okay.
They're,
Yeah?
yeah,
We could jam sometime.
maybe. Well,
Yeah.
once we're
Yeah,
through
we should
this,
jam.
Sure, totally.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see if they're down.
Like
for
right
it,
now, I
Orange.
can go get some. I'll
Wait,
get my
what-
guitar.
Oh yeah, you play guitar?
Yeah, I rock. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Bet you do.
He's
Yeah.
very talented.
Okay, I'm learning, but it's, I can play G.
He's got G.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
We can work with that.
Yeah.
You should go find the Rockin' Robin. He could probably help you out.
Oh
Robin,
yeah, and
yeah.
the bird's the word.
Love that song.
He's
The
got a
Birds
playlist.
Oh, these are all great songs, guys. You know what's up. I like you guys.
Well, speaking of awesome music, we shouldn't just hang out just like chit-chatting with two of the most awesome musicians that I've ever met without listening to some of their music. You guys have a couple new songs and one that is absolutely hilarious that I love. I know you guys are activists, and maybe we'll move on to some more serious stuff later, but can you tell me a little bit about your quarantine couple song?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About 4 or 5 days into this quarantine, we sat down to write a fun song, and we wanted to write something that would bring some levity to the situation that everybody could laugh at, to just kind of create more smiles in the world. It took us a couple of days to figure something out, and then we thought to ourselves, we could just record this and send it out and just be done with it. Or what if we got a bunch of friends from their home studios involved and kind of made it a little quarantine from around the country? And so we got friends from Nashville and
I noticed in the video that we're about to show that you've brought in people like it seems like your old team, maybe, I don't know, you've got people brought in from wherever, and I love that.
Yeah. They most of them have played with us at some point. I guess all of them except Matt have actually played in our band
Lincoln.
at some point over the years.
Matt and Lincoln.
And Lincoln.
Yeah,
But yeah, Lincoln's a guy who've also worked with as a producer. We recorded a song we're about to release in May with him. He's a guy who plays pedal steel. So they're friends from the community, people we've played with in our band, who had the ability to record themselves from home, because a lot of folks don't necessarily have that ability, especially for drums. But we found these guys who could do it and killed it.
And then actually we had the files all sent to our friend Mikey, who lives in Nashville, and he owns an old church that's been converted to a studio. He converted it.
Oh wow,
to a
that's like
sanctuary.
some real Muppet movie stuff.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
that's a lot of work,
Like,
too.
that's legit.
Yeah.
Huh.
And
Yeah.
he threw down some organ, and
Oh
then also
yes.
mixed the entire thing. So yeah, it was a
cool.
team effort for sure.
Well, that's definitely like, coming from the television industry and being holed up with this group of we'll call them industry professionals
Birds.
and a couple birds.
Yeah.
The best that we can do is, like, if you have the equipment and you have the ability, it feels almost like a duty to just share information and entertainment. And so I love what you guys are doing.
Thanks, man.
And your quarantine couple song is hilarious. So I think the world needs to hear it. So
Yeah,
let's.
I can't wait. Let's go.
You've already heard it. Just calm down.
I know.
Just hey.
All right.
All right. So let's play it.
Well, your farts, they don't seem that bad anymore. 'Cause I could get corona by walking out the door. I'm not much perturbed by what would gross me out before. I'll even pick your clothes up off the floor.
Yeah, your farts, they don't seem that bad anymore. A man can get corona at his local grocery store. Now I find myself cleaning from the counters to the floors. I'll even rub your feet when you pretend they're sore. 'Cause shit's real fucking bad, yeah, shit's real fucking bad. Isolating, quarantining, miserable new fad. We've already binged through Homeland, Seinfeld, and Sinbad. This is the worst spring break I've ever had. Your farts, they don't seem that bad anymore. Cause my 401k matches last night's NBA score. Usually your silent treatment would annoy me to the core, but now it's just the break I'm looking for.
Well, your farts, they don't seem that bad anymore. Compared to all the phone calls, canceling the tours. I'll find a way to sleep through all the Fortnite and your snores. So come on, grab the wine and let it pour.
But shit's real fucking bad, yeah, shit's real fucking bad. Isolating, quarantining, gotta save Granddad. He's already binged through Big Bang Mash and Breaking Bad. This is the worst spring break he's ever had. Our hands to stupid songs, and all we do all night is dream of days when this is done. We gotta stick together, keep calm, and carry on. Try not to kill each other before the dawn. The shit's real fucking bad, yeah, shit's real fucking bad. Isolating, quarantining, miserable new fad. We've already binged through Game of Thrones, Bones, and Big Bad. This is the worst spring break we've ever. Shit's real fucking bad, yeah, shit's real fucking bad. Isolating, quarantining, gotta call Granddad. We've already binged through West Wing, Connor's American Dad, and SVU, and Simpsons 2, and Family Guy, Big Little Lies.
Oh, with Laura Dern.
Oh, when she did that thing. Oh,
This is the worst spring break we've ever. Easter's probably gonna suck too, but boy, I'm glad I got you as my comrade.
So I gotta
Can
ask
we watch
you,
it again?
You can watch it over and over when you
Well,
know
where do
we're
I go
doing the
watch
thing
it?
right now.
I'm a
I know,
bird.
like, you're passionate,
I,
but like we don't want to waste
Okay.
people's time. Okay.
can I see it on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. We're gonna share the link.
Okay.
We've already talked about
Okay,
this.
sorry. This is the first time we've done this before, man.
Just calm down. All right. So, what prompted, like, what was your motivation for this song? Because it starts out with smelling each other's farts.
Yeah, well, I think that, you know, we've been a couple for several years now. We've been together for over 10 years, married for, I guess, at this point, the majority of that. And, you know, we actually came up with the initial idea. That was kind of the start of the song, the idea of like, well, you know, with all this going on, like your farts, they just don't really seem that bad
Well,
anymore.
You know, you don't
comparatively.
realize maybe that, like, when you're in quarantine, how many times you step away that maybe you're not able to do so in the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we thought of all the, and the whole, and then with the rest of the song, we thought of all the kind of the situations that commonly have changed, like, you know, guys cleaning more often than not, or, you
Oh
know,
man, yeah,
You know, it's really funny. So I'll tell you this: when we were writing the song, this is good. We did a little research because writing a song like this, you want to
like
see what's
fart
out there.
research.
And so
Wait, go ahead.
we did a little research to figure out what were the top 20 things or 10 things that men hate that women do and women hate that men do. And in all the articles we found, there were 20 things that women hated that men do, and then there were those same 20 things men hated that women hated that they did them. So basically, it was like 20 things women hate and 20 things that men hate women bitch about. That was kind of what we found. So it was very hard to figure it out from there.
So you guys did this research together. Like, you're still good.
Yeah.
We're still good. Yeah. Yeah. We know that's not always the case, you know, but yeah, generally, yeah.
You know, luckily we've been on tour together. So being quarantined in our apartment in our 2 floors, is way better than being quarantined in the back door in a 2-door Honda Civic, which we did for years all over the country. So this is nothing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You don't know anybody better than after you've been on the road with them, and you guys have been all over the place. I've
Hey, you Parson.
what? Yeah, what's up?
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Oh wait, I forgot. Shoot, I'm on the spot now.
Don't be nervous.
Okay. You were saying something about like a cause. Like they said they're up to do. What are you guys doing as far as your cause out there?
Oh well, I met Annalyse and Ryan when I was working with to stop mountaintop removal coal mining.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, and I've seen them play at lots of different rallies, and they've got some beautiful songs that are like they're activists at heart, and they play their music like activists.
That's so great.
Yeah, and they're that's what like, we go way back, right?
That's their
like
cause.
it's been like.
That's what you're all about. That's cool.
That's what I think. That's a good thing.
You know, when it comes to mountains, we know a lot of that being birds, and you know that's really important to us too. So hey, we support you 100%.
That's really nice, Orange.
Good.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say thank you. I guess
He's a little flustered.
Yeah.
He gets passionate.
Yeah, I mean this is serious. This is my home we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's true.
Exactly it.
I live there. My friends do too. So be nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So,
are we live?
Yeah, we're totally live.
Oh, awesome.
All right, so you guys have, on that note, because you do such awesome work, like you guys have an entire like archive of great activist music, but there's one. What's the next one you would like to tell us about? Because we want to share that as well.
Yeah, so the next one that we'll share is called Macintosh Drive. You know, a lot of the songs in general that we write are not often just pure love songs, even though we are a couple. It's kind of ironic. We write a lot of songs about things that we're passionate about, and those things are kind of social justice and equality and, you know, caring for, you know, the little guy, if you will, I guess. And so, yeah, that's Macintosh Drive. You can tell a little bit about.
Yeah, it was kind of inspired by a news story I watched one night a couple years ago about Flint, Michigan. And then it ended with this old man sitting on his porch with these old rusty chimes blowing in the background. And he turned to the camera and he said, "I just feel like we've been left behind." It zoomed out and it showed the street sign said Macintosh Drive, and the newscaster said "Left Behind on Macintosh Drive," you know, and signed off. And I was like, that phrase "left behind on Macintosh Drive" and that idea of being left behind kind of inspired me to want to write a song. And so that's kind of where the chorus from this song came from, "Left Behind on Macintosh Drive." But the idea in the long run is that, and you know, my God, we're living it now. You know, we're all just moments away from being left behind. We feel like it can happen. It's happening to somewhere else. It's happening to someone else, and nobody ever knows it until it happens to them, right?
Yeah, sure.
And that's kind of the idea of being left behind, is that we can all be left behind at any moment if we're not careful.
And when folks are left behind, they're left behind. It is when the rest of us don't know what's going on. They're more likely to be left behind. So that's why sharing stories and sharing you know, issues through your music and things like that is so important. So just this is referencing the Flint, Michigan water crisis. Am I right?
Yeah, well, I mean, again, it's just more of like a story of the people that are in this situation. You know, it doesn't talk about Flint or anyone in specific, but the song was inspired by this man who was from Flint, Michigan in this news story, but really it's just kind of about these people who are in this situation, who are in this town that's been left behind, it's been run down.
And maybe what it might be like to be one of those individuals. And the kind of the last verse talks about, you know, again, we all could be left behind. So kind of bringing it home.
No, and I know that you definitely like understand that with like your work throughout Appalachia. Like we know like that we connect with communities like that. And
Yeah.
so let's hear it. Let's go to the video.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yeah. I said yes.
There's a quiet street in a rundown town where no one ever goes. It's the place where America was built long ago. And the factories and local shops that proudly had their place seem to have been forgotten and left rotting in their place. And the streets that used to bustle when the end of day bell rung are now just a busted dream, the future's never come. And if you ask the old man sitting underneath his rusted chimes, says he's left behind on Macintosh Drive. Michael comes a-running in with a fire truck in hand. He talks about the things he'll do when he becomes a man. Now his mom and dad choke back their tears and rush him off to bed. They leave a letter on the table, says your water's full of lead. Now the future of that little boy has been traded in for greed. And the stories that they told him of the things he could succeed have all been washed away with no chance to be revived. 'Cause he's left behind on Macintosh Drive. Now the vacant promises of an American dream are being played out by reruns on 50-inch flat screens, while we all sit distracted till one day we'll wake to find we've been left behind on Macintosh Drive. Left behind on Macintosh Drive. Left behind on Macintosh Drive.
Oh,
Did you like that?
Yeah, that one was
I
really
told
good.
you they were awesome.
You guys are really talented.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're amazing.
It's really,
It
really
means a lot
good.
coming from you.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean,
Well,
being
he is a
musician,
music connoisseur.
I mean, yeah, man, I loved it.
He's warbled with the best of them.
You guys know G for sure.
All right, so let's get this has been so fun talking to you guys.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
too.
you
And
too.
especially since right now we're all supposed to be socially distancing. Even if I wanted to come and visit you, I couldn't really right now, and vice versa. We're kind of all in this situation where, I don't know, it's just nice to see fresh faces and hear new voices, especially yours, when you guys share your music. But let's be real for a second. Tell me a little bit about what you guys are thinking about doing, as far as your music. I know you've got a couple new songs coming out, and you've adopted this new practice, as we all are sort of getting used to, of sharing online and doing your online shows. And I think you have one coming up, right?
Yeah, tomorrow night, Monday night at 8 p.m.
That's April 6th.
Yeah,
Yep.
we live stream every Monday night. That's kind of the night we first did it. And
Every
then we
Monday night.
Every Monday night, I'm
Yeah.
tuning in.
Remember that.
I'm tuning in.
Monday
Yeah.
night, 8 p.m. Join us in our living room. And
On
yeah,
Facebook Live.
Facebook Live.
Facebook
that?
Live. I got it. Yeah. Yeah.
And we've got a new song coming out on May 15th, and it's called When the Rain. We're really excited about it, and we were planning on having a tour surrounding that song, but unfortunately this doesn't look like it's going to happen. So
yeah, that's the situation with a lot of entertainment workers. So that's why it's so great that you're sharing your stuff now. So what is your plan?
Yeah, I mean, keep doing these once a week online Facebook Lives, and
keep writing, creating, doing sessions with other artists, other producers. The kind of cool part is everybody's in the same boat. That's one of the things Annalyse said, is that this is like the great equalizer.
Yeah.
It's never before have us and Willie Nelson been sharing the same stage space at the same time. Never, so it's very interesting to see how we're all on the same level right now.
Yeah, I've been thinking, it feels like our computers are almost like or your phone is almost like a virtual campfire, right? Because we're all kind of holed up.
I love that.
We're waiting for the next person to tell us a story, right? And usually you're waiting for the next celebrity, like these big people you see on TV or movies. But now it's like, we've had a lot of people tuning in because I think people are realizing people that are artists and they have this music that maybe you haven't heard or you haven't had time to pay attention to. So that's why I think that contributes to it being like an equalizer for all of us.
That's kind of how that's exactly the mentality that we're taking here at PartyBlimp. We have been so busy
art
working.
renaissance. We're all doing it.
Yeah, we're picking up
tons of artwork just everywhere. We got time to do it at least, right?
Yeah. Well,
I don't have a job, so I never really had
one
a job
before though, so it's a little different.
I've been
for you.
renaissancing for a long time in the art world.
Yeah.
But it's great. A lot of time to do some stuff.
Well, it's good that we get to spend more time together, but I was just saying that,
it's sad though that people are sick though.
Well, yeah, of course. It's really sad. I think everybody recognizes that.
Yeah, it's sad. But hey, we can make them entertained.
I think that was our point, buddy.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm gonna apologize.
We don't mind waiting for you to catch up.
Okay, cool. Sorry. Okay. Whew. See, these guys are really forgiving. I like them so much.
I mean,
you guys want to be on again?
It's been like 3 weeks in isolation.
Oh yeah.
You can.
I am real. I'm not just part of his imagination. I'm here.
You can't necessarily choose who you get into isolation with.
Yeah.
At a certain point.
Yeah. One question for you, buddy. What was worse, this or the bird flu for you?
Oh, H1N1 was really rough because they were pointing feathers at us about it.
They did.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, you did it." And I was like, "What? Like, I'm just orange."
It was such a mess.
Yeah, but yeah, it was rough. It was really, really bad.
I've heard from not just from Orange, but I've heard from a couple birds like that it was a really tense time.
Yeah, especially Twit and like Marge, all of them, like the whole gang.
Yeah,
really
they were
bad.
all really stressed out. So actually, the bird community. That's why I'm sitting here with the bird, is because they.
Is that the only reason, Parson? Is that the only reason?
Well, we're also locked in this house together, so I mean, like, you weren't gonna let me do.
He's pretty good at video games.
No, you do the video games, and you make everybody watch.
Well.
Orange,
do you like it?
Like, we're almost done. Like, we're almost through it.
Sorry.
Like, could you just?
Sorry.
Thank you. Well, anyway, I guess cabin fever, like, affects both species, like, around the globe.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, like, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with us and for everything that you're doing and all the positive energy that you're sharing with folks around everywhere. I'm going to tune into your show tomorrow. We're going to promote it on our site, and we're going to continue to broadcast from here because we don't really have anything else to do.
Yeah. Oh, hey, where can we find all your stuff? Can you tell us, like,
what's
all
your
social medias for people out there? They really want to know.
Do a shameless plug, please.
Yes.
Yes, definitely. We are Annalyse and Ryan. So if you look us up on Facebook or even Google us, it's just Annalyse with a Y and then ampersand Ryan. You just Google that and you'll find us everywhere. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify. Definitely, if you're a Spotify person, follow us there. Put us on a playlist. That's always great. We appreciate that.
Cool. I'll have Parson write it all in the description below.
Cool.
Yeah, okay. I'll
Well,
take
you
care
know
of
my
it.
feathers aren't big enough for all that.
I've seen you
button
type.
pushing
It's
stuff.
ridiculous.
Takes me forever.
All right, so we're gonna close with another one of your songs that you guys thought would be, and I'll agree, would be a great closer. You want to tell me something about it?
Yeah, so this tune we actually released a couple years ago, but it feels really apropos right now. It's called Can't Stop This Train, and it's about all the things that, happen around you that kind of are stopping you from achieving what you want, where you want to be or who you want to be, and it's about not letting that happen. It's called Can't Stop This Train.
Love it. Well, everything you do is inspirational. You guys bring so much great energy to everything that you do. And I personally and all of us over here wish you the best. Let's stay in touch, because if this is going to be a long-term thing, we'll do
it again. We'll hang out again.
Definitely.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah. You want to maybe maybe you'll calm down next time.
I'm just really liking that I can be friends with humans now. This is awesome.
Well, we're working on that.
Yeah, you guys are cool. I like what you're trying to do. You're
Little baby
saving
birdie
mountains and all
steps.
sorts of stuff. I love it. We should jam.
Yeah, we should jam.
Yeah,
Definitely.
We'll figure that out.
I'm all about
We'll
it.
figure that out.
Sweet.
All right, that's doable.
Sometimes we have those things in life, or those people, sometimes it's ourselves that try to stop us from getting where we want to be or being who we want to be. And this is about not letting that happen. It's called Can't Stop This Train. I feel you messing around with my controls, pushing all my buttons, trying to cease my roll. I got 2 rails and a pretty good idea where I wanna go. There's plenty of earth, so find your own path to hope. You can't stop this train, you can't stop this train, you can't stop it. It only holds the weak, sweet souls who wanna happen. The engine runs on, love with faith and steam, just the wishes you had. You can't stop this train, you can't stop this train, you can't stop it. Rush by on our homes, the curtains were too thin. Seen a lot of people doing the best they can. When nothing left to give, still more is asked of them. From town to town, so like a struggle would never end. You can't stop this train, you can't stop this train, you can't stop it. It keeps on going, even if you decide to jump off it. The engine runs on, love and faith and steam, just the wishes you will. You can't stop this train, it's never gonna derail. What if I could just enjoy the ride, forgetting all the things I tried, with the moments of my life flying by? Would I find, would I come find
souls in 1 hour. The engine runs on running back and steam, just deliciously well. You can't stop this train, you can't stop this train, you can't stop. You can't stop this train, you can't stop this train, you can't stop. You can't stop this train, you can't stop this train.
Annalyse and Ryan, that was Can't Stop This Train. Beautiful song.
Wonderful work.
Yeah, wasn't it? Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate everything you're doing, and we hope that we can stay in touch and have a great time. Be safe.
You too.
Stay healthy.
Stay healthy.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the bell, and follow us on social media, because the next time that we talk with somebody absolutely amazing, we want you to be notified. And if you know somebody who has a story that needs to be told, let us know. You can get all the information below.
Would I